What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Beady Leeyah here with another Beady episode, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this mini pearl bead bag which can only contain my credit card. Yes, that's how small it is, but it's just so cute and trendy that I just have to make it and share it with you guys. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe because it helps a lot. Anyway, let's get to it. Today I'm going to be using 8mm pearl beads, 6mm pearl beads, 0.5 fishing line. The quantity of the beads I'll be using will be in the description box below, and a scissors. Also 4mm pearl beads and just one 12mm pearl bead. So I'm going to start with 8mm pearl bead. I'll cut a good length of fishing line and then pick up 4 pearl beads and pass it through the fishing line. After which I take the last of the 4 beads and pass the other end of the fishing line through the bead from opposite direction. Then I drag it so I have something like this. Then I take 2 beads and pass it through both ends of the fishing line, each 1 bead per fishing line. Then I use 1 bead to join both fishing lines together through opposite direction like this. Then I repeat the same process again till I have gotten 9 sets of matting. To turn, I take 2 beads and put it in one of the fishing line, just one. Then use 1 bead to join both fishing lines through a bead from opposite direction like this. I then take 2 beads and put it through the fishing line facing the edge of the matting, and I use 1 bead to join both fishing lines from opposite direction. Now I then take the fishing line facing the matting I have done before and pass it through the matted bead closest to the fishing line. After which I then take the other fishing line and put 1 bead through it, then use 1 bead to join it together through opposite direction and drag it. I will repeat the same step and continue like this till I get to the edge of the matting, and then I will turn as I've shown before, after which I then continue the turning step again till I get the full matting length. After I've gotten to the 6th step of the matting, I'll stop using the 8mm pearl beads and start using the 6mm pearl beads to give the bag the required shape. I then take 2 beads and put it through the fishing line facing the edge of the matting, and I use 1 bead to join both fishing lines from opposite direction. Now I then take the fishing line facing the matting I have done before and pass it through the matted bead closest to the fishing line. After which I then take the other fishing line and put 1 bead through it, then use 1 bead to join it together through opposite direction and drag it. Now I'll follow that same steps till I get to the edge of the matting. Still using the 6mm bead, I'll turn again by taking 2 beads and put it through the fishing line facing the edge of the matting, and I use 1 bead to join both fishing lines from opposite direction. Now I then take the fishing line facing the matting I have done before and pass it through the matted bead closest to the fishing line. After which I then take the other fishing line and put 1 bead through it, then use 1 bead to join it together through opposite direction and drag it. Continue using the steps I've shown before. I'm going to do 7 rows of matting with the 6mm beads for one side of the bag, and for the other side of the bag I'll do just 2 rows of matting with the 6mm bead, so I have something like this. To make the side of the bag, I'll cut a good length of fishing line and pass it through this bead here. Then I pick up 3 6mm beads and pass 2 of the beads through the fishing line facing the edge of the matting, and use 1 of the beads to cross the fishing line together. I then pass this fishing line through the matted bead closest to it, and I pick up 1 6mm bead and pass it through the other fishing line and use 1 8mm bead to cross both fishing lines together. Then I continue matting using just the 8mm beads. At this point, I'll bend the side matting I have done and continue using the same step as before till I get to the other side of the bag, where I'll finish with 2 6mm beads. Then I take one 6mm bead and pass it through the fishing line facing the edge of the matting, after which I'll take the other part of the bag and pass that same end of fishing line through the opposite bead at the other part of the bag. Then I will use one 6mm bead to join both fishing line through opposite direction. Then I take both fish line and pass it through the matted beads closest to it and use one 8mm bead to join both fish line together from opposite direction. Using the 8mm beads, I'm going to continue the same process till I get to the other side of the bag, where I'll finish up with 2 6mm beads. After which I tie and cut off the excess fishing line. For the hand, I'll cut a long length of fish line and pass it between these 2 matted beads and tie it twice. Then I'll take the short part of the fish line and pass it through the matted bead below it. And for the long part of the fish line, I'll pass it through the matted bead above it till I get to the top of the bag. Then I start putting 8mm beads through the fish line till I get to the length I want. After getting the length I want, I'll pass the fish line through the same beads at the other side of the bag. After which I pass the fish line between 2 matted beads and tie it twice. Then I pass it through another matted bead and still tie it again to make it strong. Then pass the fish line between another bead. Then I cut off the excess fish line from both sides. To fix the button of the bag, I'm going to cut a good length of fishing line and pass it through this bead here. And I take 2 beads and put it through one of the fishing line and use one bead to join both fishing line together. After which I pass the fishing line through the matted bead closest to it. And I pick up 2 beads and pass it through the other fishing line, and I use the last of the bead to cross both fishing line together. Using the same step, I'm going to continue matting till I get to the middle of the bag. At this point, I'll pick up 12 4mm pearl beads and pass it through the fish line facing the edge of the bag. Then I'll turn the fish line over and pass it through the last of the 12 beads. After doing that, I'll pass the fish line through beads till I get to the point where I can continue doing the normal matting, till I get to the edge of the bag where I'll tie and cut off the excess fishing line. Now I'll pull the cover over the bag like this, so I will know where to put the 12mm beads for the button. After I've located the perfect place, I'll cut a short length of fishing line and pass it through the 12mm bead. Then I'll pass the fishing line through the matted beads surrounding where the 12mm bead will be. Before tying the fishing line, I will test again to make sure the bead is at the right place. Then I'll pass the fishing line through the matted beads surrounding where the 12mm bead will be. After securing the bead well, I'll tie the fishing line at the point both fishing line meet twice and pass it through another set of matted beads and tie it again so that it will be stronger. Then I'll pass the fishing line through 2 matted beads closest to it and cut off the excess fishing line. And that's all there is to making this pearl bead bag. If you're watching this video till now, please give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this. You can also comment down below of what you've learned so far, or if you have any question as well as suggestion. Also, please subscribe, it's free. Then click on the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video, because I have a lot to share with you guys. Lastly, you can connect with me at all my socials at Beady Leeyah. Until next time, bye.